Hello, good evening, and welcome to Gamedec, where I work as a private investigator in a cyberpunk future investigating crimes that have been committed in full immersion online VR games. And the game within a game that I am in right now with my character is gorgeous and full of questions. So many questions. Questions to which I have not yet found any answers whatsoever. But I still hope. I still hold out hope somehow. That somehow, some way, I'm going to get some of these questions answered. So we shall see. Let's get into the game. The unofficial name for the highest levels of a polis. High cities feature walking platforms, flying junks, and the densest network of newmobile routes. It's become customary to believe that high cities end at the level where the highest-reaching routes of the public transportation tubes are located. Multisensory Encyclopedia, 33rd edition. I feel like these blurbs are supposed to have titles, but they don't. Knight's Code is the game within a game that I'm in. It's not... And here I am. What was I doing here? I believe I was turning in a token to... The sun shines on our heads. It is a symbol of enlightenment. We seek inner light by working for the clan. Give me a commune, recruit. Admit you don't have it. Cracker, argue that you've already given it to him, or give him the sigil. Now I have 6 of the things, so I'm just gonna hand one over. Here's a commune. The light in my head is shining ever brighter. With more people like you, our clan will go strong in a flash. Now, direct your steps to the chambers of Lord Enlightened. He and Umbra are interested to know about your actions during this cycle. Did Jester just flicker? How many times had it been? I bowed. Your trial period is at an end. The time has come to find out if you are worthy of becoming a fully fledged member of the Han clan. Do you know what the prophecy and the signs say? What is the Han clan's purpose? Say that it's collecting signs. Say that it is to protect the Tree of Knowing. Okay. Off to acquired deduction information. I still haven't answered this particular one. I never got enough data on this one, unfortunately. So, moving along, who controls the tree? What happened to those who entered the tree? Which should hopefully provide some knowledge. Actually, if we go back again, what is the Han clan? I decided that they were a sect for the tree. Whoop! And who controls the tree? Still working that out. Have a lot of data. Lord consults his decisions with someone. Lord is an expert on signals from the tree. Lord is well known and influential. Lord is often slandered. There is someone who the Master of Laughter rarely shows up in Knight's Code. People are scared of him. And the clan considers signals from the tree to be sacred. So, I still don't have any data, like I have no idea what this node is. Hopefully I will find out. Hopefully I will be able to get all these notices on my professions to turn off. There we go. Alright, I'm going to say that it is to protect the tree. The clan follows signs given by the Tree of Knowing. Our duty is to protect the tree. We will be tested soon, as the time is coming when we need to assemble our full forces, and the tree will be the world's last hope. You've done well and have made it through recruitment. Today you join the Han clan and can witness the miracle of the tree's appearance. As a fully fledged member and diligent student of the signs, I wish to enter the Tree of Knowing and continue on the path of growth. Entering the tree will forever change your life. Most clan members learn through signs only. They're happy to protect the tree and improve. Oh, now I need to make a deduction to continue. We have deduction, appeal to the Master of Laughter. Deduction, say that the signs told you to do it. Deduction, say that you must. Deduction, appeal to Lord's mercy. Okay, so this is belonging to who controls the tree. And the options that we have are Lord Enlightened. Lord Enlightened is the head of the Han clan. If anyone has an impact on the Tree of Knowing, it's him. There is the Master of Laughter. The Master of Laughter is the only person the clan has no control over. He's the one in control. There is the Demiurge in the Tree of Knowing. The entire clan listens to signals sent by the entity in the Tree of Knowing who knows and influences all. Or a hidden entity. I don't know who controls the Tree of Knowing. It's a force I can't figure out. Now, this is a tricky one, but despite the information, despite all the intel that has been gathered over here, the visions that I've been having indicates that there is something or someone in that tree. They're in that, there's something in that tree. And I don't think the Han clan actually controls this. I think the Han clan has put some reins on it. But I don't think they actually have any control. I think no, actually they haven't put reins on it. They've built a fence. They've built a fence around it. But that doesn't mean that they control it. So I am actually going to go with the Demiurge. FB00FF. That is a hex code. That's a color. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, the signs told me. I have business with Ramona. A few unfinished matters. Very compelling arguments. I have not heard of any master vouching for and recommending you for this honor, which is required by clan rules. Don't worry, communing with the tree, even from outside, is a mystical experience. The tree's numerous signs are sure to open your mind. I don't actually want to go into the tree. It seems like at least half the people who go into the tree never come out again. Venture outside the gate with the others, to the glade beyond the stream. It's there that the Tree of Knowing will soon appear to us. Ramona. Oh yes, I remember Ramona. Master of Laughter. I heard about your desperation to enter the Tree of Knowing. I can make it happen. Of course, you must agree to my terms first. You can just straight up agree without hearing them, or you can ask what those terms are, which is what I'm going to do. Before I decide, I must know what these terms are. You ask even though you have no choice. How mundanely human, constructing an illusion of control over one's fate. I was planning to enter the Tree of Knowing myself this time. We can do it together. I shall accompany you on your path to enlightenment. How does that change things? And what makes you want to enter with me? This is non-negotiable, and your understanding is irrelevant. I want us both to enter the tree. You have no choice. Come to the ceremony. Well, that's great. That is peachy keen. I am so adoring that thought. I wonder if I still make the plate, will that change anything? Okay, let me check my recipes. How to make a duplicate of the key to Umbra's door, how to make a potato, how to make a recruit's insignia, how to make a golem's plate. Forged with a hammer from steel for 1 to 4 bells. Okay. Okay, put the steel in the hammer. Get some wood. Put that in there. Hammer yon steel for a bell. I'll just go gather some more iron? Yeah, sure. I can't gather anything? They're still shining. Stone. Pick up the stone. I was curious what it would be this time. No one was around. Alright, pick up the stone. I wondered if they'd surprise me this time. No one was around. Okay, that killed a couple of bells. I took out a tablet. It looked exactly like the one I had seen. I couldn't read the whole thing. I'm sorry. Is she still there? She's not still there. Well, that has become a dead end. Alright, out I go. Wait, what do you have to say, Eagle? Autumn leaves are flying from trees. Or fuck, I don't know. Falling? The man was staring at the parchment and nervously drawing signs on it. Yes, falling. Falling definitely sounds better. Alright, thank you, Eagle. Oh, here is everybody. Alright, I'm gonna save, just in case. And let's do it. In his wisdom, Lord has foreseen the Tree of Knowing's appearance. Thanks to him, we can witness this unusual phenomenon. I'm afraid I must start with some bad news. We found out someone had been breaking into the clan's secure areas. I just got an achievement called Mama, I'm Not a Criminal. We noticed in the game logs that a Lex Occulta journalist had been in the stronghold. If you saw her, come talk to me after the ceremony. And always be vigilant. Enemies of truth and universal happiness are on the prowl. Today, against all odds and difficulty, we celebrate the Tree of Knowing and its wisest guardian, Lord Enlightened. Miasma of the Roots will pay tribute to Lord. She's come a long way under his wing to be promoted to disciple. To express her gratitude, she's written a poem. Maya leaned towards me. I'll lose her, won't I? We've been inseparable, and now we'll work apart. Do you think she'll have time for me? Scold her for selfishness, provoke her, or comfort her. You know, while they were opaque, they were always kind. So I'm going to go with comfort. Mia isn't going anywhere. She will still be here, and you'll be able to see her. Maybe something will change once she becomes a disciple. I wrote this poem for Lord in gratitude for showing me the right way. She cleared her throat. Well, we'll see if my direction has led her in an appropriate direction. Or not. We lived with no goal, like trash tossed by the wind on the streets of Low City. It wasn't pretty. We had no sense of security. The clan makes our lives worthwhile. It shows us the way. With the power of a golem, it leads every day, for self-improvement's sake. Lord enlightened, maker of all, his mind like gold makes us enthralled. Like a meditation bowl, its visions are for those with virtues tall. You made comparisons to locked, secured items you couldn't see. You don't deserve to be a mistress. You'll be locked in my chamber. Guards! Oh near! She grinned. She wasn't promoted. We can play together again. Just that isolation. What an outrage! She yelled and turned around, taking a swing at Goldwielder. When she got arrested, she giggled. After a trial period in the vault, Master Goldwielder has decided to devote himself to contemplating the words of Lord. So they're locked up together in Umbra's room. Probably in that rug. With what's-his-name. Goldwielder recommended Eternal Cocoon to replace him, and she was gracious enough to accept the nomination. Congratulations! Soon, the Tree of Knowing will be here. Is that not the tree right in front of us? You'll experience wisdom and be closer to happiness. Open your eyes and hearts. Are you ready? Feel warmth and peace fill your soul. Reject cynicism. See the wonder of knowledge. Even from afar, the tree inspires and gives knowledge. The few mentally prepared can reach even deeper. Today, one person will follow in my footsteps and enter the tree to find enlightenment. Most masters overlooked this recruit, but the Master of Laughter, as always, noticed what others did not. He saw the potential of the recruit named Foxwine. He'll take her into the tree and lead her towards enlightenment. Oh, I do not like this. I did not want to go in there. I do not want my character going in there. Oh no. The roof of the Undercity is one of my favorite spots. Even though I'm standing on one of the lowest walkways in Warsaw City, I feel like I'm on top of a mountain. Below me is a 150-meter-long gaping abyss stretching over the seemingly endless ruins of old Warsaw. A ground cleaners company Cyclops chugs away in the distance, clearing rubble from old blocks of apartments. If you look hard enough, you'll notice bonfires made by savages among the dust and fog. I can hear the humming of a nearby MCC beacon standing guard and watching over me. Yes, the ROU is definitely one of my favorite spots. Blog. The Dark Side of the Megapolis. Alfredus 55. Oh, that's a lot of white. If I were a fraud, I'd say I like this place. Naturally, I can't say that as I don't feel anything. Anyway, so many possibilities here. I looked around. There's nothing here except for the ground. Literally nothing. The Tree of Knowing isn't empty inside. It's just different than everything you've known before. Have you figured out what it is yet? Okay, so this is deduction time. Deduction. Say that you're in the place where Knight's Code was created. Deduction. Say this place is a state of mind. Say it's an error in the virtualium. Admit you don't know. Okay, let's first of all, let's make these finish their lighting up. I could become a supervisor if I get one more puzzle piece, but that's unlikely. I can easily become a mindfluencer if I need. I don't know that I need to. Deductions. What is the Tree of Knowing? This one's a tricky one because, as you can see, I have gathered extremely little data about this. I know that the tree appears in different places. The tree inspires fear, and that there are generally bugs and errors around the areas that the tree appear that are difficult to explain, which is what happened to Ken in his game. It wasn't the trolls. The trolls followed the tree, I'm pretty sure. But the trolls didn't bring the tree. The trolls did not actually cause the errors in the professional esports game that Ken was playing. The tree did that. It is not an in-game error. It shows up in so many more places than Knight's Code. It is not the clan's tool. They are using it, but I don't think they know what they're using. Which kind of lead to a mystical phenomenon. Phenomena coinciding with the tree are too strange to explain with logical reasoning. Something is different than reality here. But yeah, just because the monkeys of the clan picked up the stick does not mean that they're actually going to be using it to fish out termites from the mound. So, I'm going with mystical phenomenon. Something is weird here. So, we now have that didn't open up anything in who controls. And what happens to those who enter the tree? I don't know. I don't know. They're not all dead. So the top one is incorrect. So it's one of these two bottom ones, and I don't know which one I lean towards. However, this place is a state of mind. I've seen my fair share of visual tricks. This is another one, and not particularly impressive, all things considered. I was uploaded with a reality compelling me to claim it's real. And it is real, in a way. Not like Realium, but subjectively, it is. You're on the right track, Gamedec. This reality is very real, basically as real as Realium itself. The Tree of Knowing is a space that's being separated from the virtualia you're familiar with. It is dangerous in the wrong hands. As long as we're together, I will protect you. Lead the way. But why are you protecting me? Why do you choose? Why have you chosen this path? Okay, the lines are kind of diagonal, so if I keep running in a straight line, will I find anything? I'm not exactly running in a straight line. Have you wondered who you'll meet here? Besides me, that is. Okay, deduction, expect a threat to your life. Deduction, expect prisoners. Deduction, expect enlightenment. Okay, so... has this led to anything? No, it has not. What's happened to those who entered the tree? They aren't dead. They might be trapped. They might be enlightened. However, here's the thing. Even though I know personally, after playing this, of at least 2 people who came out of the tree again, the visions that I was having the entire time I was doing the qualifications for the clan, those indicated trapped. Those indicated imprisoned. Those indicated attempts to escape. So, as much as I would like to say, oh yes, they must have been enlightened, I think that everyone who has come into this place has left a piece of themselves behind in here, and not on purpose, not on their will. The fact that Lord has been in and out multiple times, how many pieces of himself is he missing? How many? They're trapped. I expect prisoners. People who enter the Tree of Knowing do not leave. I expected it to be a prison. The prison guard is who you should be most wary of. The Tree of Knowing hadn't been considered dangerous until a certain person entered it. Some time ago, an unauthorized person broke in. She's called 314. She's a terrorist. Now she prevents access to knowledge, using the tree's power and making it dangerous to be here. Now I have to look to our defenses. Lead the way. Maybe we'll manage to reach our target. You know, the visions that I had did not seem to indicate a willingness on the part of 314 to stay. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to delete the save, I want to make a save. There we go. It appears that 314 has detected my presence. She designed barriers, likely using Ken to do it. You'll have to traverse the last section of the road alone. If things get bad before I find you, focus on the clan recruit insignias and try to summon me. Interesting. Continuing. Hi. She smiled warmly. We're finally where we're supposed to be. I knew you'd make it. And you made it here alone. We don't have much time, but know that I'm damn grateful. Ask where she learned about you. Say you didn't enter alone. Ask if she's the demiurge from the tree. Where did you learn about me? You talk to me like you know me. Ha! I know you nearly as well as you know yourself. Perhaps even better. I've been watching you for a long time. You've been pretending to be an insurance agent is what you've been doing. I was sitting in your head and broadcasting. You have no idea how frustrating it is when the only thing you can do is influence someone's mind from the inside, as it were. Talk about him. Repeat the Master of Laughter's allegations. Talk about him. And that's... What the heck? Okay. I'm pretty sure that one's Ken. That one is Lord Enlightened. I'm not sure who these two are. You control the Tree of Knowing and everything that happens inside it, right? Accuse her of imprisoning people. You control the Tree of Knowing and encourage people to enter, and no one ever leaves. I came to set them free. It's too late for that. What about the characters I see behind you? Release them. I don't know if I can explain it well. I wanted to protect people from a fate much worse than entering the Tree of Knowing. But I couldn't, and now I definitely can't do it on my own. That's why I kept summoning you here. Entering the Tree of Knowing taught me how the world works, but I won't reveal the how to you yet. I have to be sure of your intentions. The heck? I shed my body in the process of escaping annihilation. I've hidden pieces of myself in other minds. I scattered my psyche into a sort of cloud. Currently, I don't have a physical brain or rendon in which to reassemble myself. I've no body and no way of interacting with reality. See, I'm a goddamn collective illusion. Part of me is actually in your head. There's no me outside. You only see me as a hallucination. You do. You have a brain. I can give you all my knowledge if you help me. Together we'll do much more. Let me upload to your brain. What? Okay, let her merge with you. Inquire about what she wants to do. Ask about the corporation and the AI. Ask about the psyche without a brain. Accuse of Ken's death. Have I unlocked any new deductions? Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, more. Summon Jester. Refuse to merge. Inquire what she wants to do. Tell me exactly what it is you want to do and what consequences I can expect from it. The Tree of Knowing has a tool that will allow me to reassemble packets of myself, the ones I hid from the AI. I wish to store them in your brain, to become whole again, to finally have a body, to be able to touch and interact, to be visible. When I'm done, I'll be able to transfer all knowledge, memories, and emotions to you. We'll get out of here together and deal with the AI. It sounds like you want to take control of me. There are dozens of eyes within each human. We'll just add one more. We'll have control over each other. Such is the cost of knowledge. And the only way out. I'm offering you something no one else has, the knowledge that will make us divine compared to mere humans. Okay, what have we got? Still no data there. What should I do? Hold on. 314 needs help. 314 needs my help. By helping her, I can help myself. And so far the only option is I want to connect to 314's memories. Connecting to 314 is the right course of action. She knows things I don't. Okay, I need more. I need more. I'm offering you something no one else has, the knowledge that will make us divine compared to mere humans. I really could do it at any time by force, but I want your consent, you see? Help me and help yourself. Is she getting bigger? I think she just consumed Ken. Ask about the corporation. You mentioned the corporation and the AI. I can't tell you everything before I'm certain I can trust you. They can neither see nor hear me, but when you see me, they begin to notice me as well. When they're keeping close tabs on you, that is. You've already figured out that the AI poses as the master of laughter, or jester. I don't think anyone but he knows what's going on, including BOWI's top execs. When I found out the truth, he tried to kill me, but I got away. But it cost me. I'm a psyche without brain or body. When I figured out I could speak to those I implanted with a part of my psyche, it began to steer matters, making it so that no one who managed to come here would survive. We must hurry. She's definitely gotten bigger. You see her, right? This 314? Can you talk to her? Upload her psyche from the cloud? So that's where she's been hiding from me. But now, through your eyes, I can finally see her. What an interesting hallucination. How did you find us? I set up barriers. Foxwine is wearing a recruit's insignia. Each badge has a code I can track. Also, since I couldn't see you, I followed those who could. It took me a bit of time, but that's a resource of which I have plenty. Very well. Now that I more or less know where we stand, I must start cleaning up, as usual. Having spent so much time watching them, you still don't understand what people are, do you? Is this why you're so cruel? And as for your allegation, my duty is to keep this world from coming apart. You, on the other hand, wish to risk everyone's lives to save your own. It's petty and very human of you. Okay, what else have I got? Have I pulled up more deductions? Connection is a chance for both of us. Only together with 314 do I stand a chance. I refuse to choose sides here. I am not going to... I could side with 314, I could side with Jester. I cannot interrupt, and I am not going to interrupt. Millions of people suffer without even knowing that corporations are to blame. Anything I do will be better than what they have now. Those are big quantifiers. Drama, melodrama, and all of it from one human sitting in the brain cloud of another who won't say a word. Why, you... Quiet. Human beings can't resist the urge to communicate, even in moments when there are more important things to do. Even in Virtualia, you remain slaves to your biology. I do not. That is why I effectively look after an entire small civilization. Digi! Gamedec, please, find me! Conversation's over. You, Foxwine, you're harmless. You have some of her data stored in your head, but it hasn't been extracted. I don't kill without reason, and my other task is to observe and learn, so I will observe you. Go back to where you came from. I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. The communicators of late 22nd century ensure visual, auditory, thermal, and olfactory contact. This conglomerate of sensual modalities is called sensory connection, or sensing. A computer user connecting to a user of the same device has access to 4 sensory representations, but does not have to use them. Users often turn off the olfactory and thermal channels. Owners of newer Walktels have access to optical, auditory, and limited olfactory channels, just like Omnic owners. The owners of the newest Temple Obicoins can take advantage of the amazing quality of all channels, as Obicoins send sensations directly to the interpretive areas of the brain. This makes them better than computers. Okay. I was booted out so hard that I lost however I got from the couch to the bed. What? How? Why was I on the bed? It was the truth. It must have been a dream. It was the truth. I entered Knight's code, got into the clan, and they let me inside the Tree of Knowing. Then it turned into a real wild ride. Jester is an artificial intelligence, and 314 needs a physical host, or something like that. But why was I here? It was all so confusing. The games, the job, Relium, dreams. I really needed a break. My brain was refusing to work. Digi asked me to find her.
I'm quite new to this whole thing about playing games in the net. I mean, I got all the necessary equipment and everything. But the thing is that I've never done this before, and I don't really have any friends to ask for help on this. So I was thinking maybe you could give me a tour guide and show me the ropes. Playing games in brand new world seems great and all. I just thought it'd be better if I had someone else with me, you know. Oh, what am I saying? I shouldn't have called for such a stupid reason like this. Anyway, sorry for wasting your time and goodbye.
Well, that was just straight up odd. Let's turn on some music. I bet it's still going to be anxiety. Next track. Music, hello? Music? There does not seem to be any music. Very strange. The heck is going on? Alright. I'm going to save anyway. Let's watch some Holovision.
Breaking news.
Warsaw City News, the latest domestic and international news all day long. Good morning, my name is Gina Gord, and today is Monday, June 17th. Let's begin. Ken Zhu is in brilliant form. The Black Angels won yesterday's game with 4 touchdowns. What? Ken managed to score 3 of those, fighting the Snow Swords while at an 18 on the Hammerfield scale. And surviving for a staggering 33 seconds. The man is on fire. Ken's dead. Ken's dead. How could he be scoring? Bliss? Talking to Bliss always cleared my mind. Activate that system. What had happened? Another failure? Thank you for purchasing a product manufactured by Blue Whales Interactive, the leader in the field of AI. BWI creation improved. You are activating Bliss for the first time. To start, configure the software to your liking. Shit. Where was my Bliss? What had happened? What do we have here? What's wrong with the reality? What isn't wrong with this reality? Bliss's system has reset again. Ken appears to be alive. And as much as I would enjoy living in a reality where Ken is alive again, he's dead. Analyze the system. System files, memory, damage logs. Everything appeared to be correct, and it shouldn't have. God damn it! Check the logs. There was nothing in the system. Bliss had been reset. Had there been another systems failure? Bliss? A holographic figure appeared in the air.
Hello, I'm Bliss. How can I serve you?
Hello, my name is Bliss. What would you like to talk about? I couldn't take it. Talk to Bliss? A holographic figure appeared in the
Hello,
air.
I'm Bliss. How can I serve you?
Okay, so my system had been reset. The news is talking about Ken as if he's alive. Warsaw City, my polis, out the window. Time to face reality? Really? There's no music in my jukebox. Why is there no music in my jukebox? I was afraid of what I'd find. Well, I didn't mean to click on that anyway, so... Back to the holovision. Researchers from the Warsaw City Institute of Epidemiology have discovered a strange emergence pattern of a new virulent bacteria strange. That feels a little too familiar. This happens every fall. At this point, it's not clear whether these strains originate outside the ABBS or in the Undercity. All inhabitants of the polis are encouraged to check their vaccination calendar against an updated MCC database regularly. Oh, it's wrong. It's very wrong. I do still appear in my mirror correctly. At least there's that. Okay, to the computer. The computer recognized me, and the familiar desktop appeared on the screen. Okay, games? Game Into the Dungeon 1337? Into the Dungeon 1337? What was this game doing there? I'd never played it from my own couch. Where was Void Stars? Where's my fleet? What the... It was a complete disaster. My Void Stars account was gone. My ships. My games. Had somebody broken in? No, it looked like the gear had been reformatted into the Dungeon 1337, though I wanted to die of embarrassment. Oh no. Net? I had nothing to do on the net. Mail? I had nothing to do there. A few emails from clients. It would be a good idea to reply. It helped the business. Reply to emails. Senator Stone was grateful that I had figured out what his daughter was doing in Ghoul Hearts. I paused. He was thanking me again? I needed to reply. I kept it brief and professional. There. I got through the other emails quickly. I had the strange feeling I had replied to them before. Oh, this isn't right. This isn't right at all. Check jobs. I started browsing. A job, and it was urgent. I have a discreet and urgent matter for you. I'll pay good money. Please get back to me ASAP. Jeffrey Haggis. No. I was excited to sense him. Good work pays off. Sense Haggis or contact him later. You know what? Contact him later. I didn't want to sense him immediately. All in good time. Okay, that opened up something. Something is wrong here. Morning deja vu. I get the impression I'm taking part in events I've experienced before. Return to the desktop. Net? I had nothing to do there on the net. Games? Still into the dungeon. Never played it from my own couch. Where was Void Stars? Leave. Get off the computer. Drinks cart. Answering machine again? Maybe there'll be something other than that weird brave accompaniment?
Hey man, I fucked up. I was playing Twisted and Perverted, and my skin went down, so yeah, now people know who I am and what I've done in the game. Help me, please. I can't lose my job and family. Can you take care of it, please?
What the heck? Since when do I take care of that kind of problem? What is going on here? Humanity is entering the era of immortality. While it's true that BLBs are still quite expensive, it's surely only a matter of time. The Young Mind Therapy Center has its finger on the pulse and seeks to meet the new expectations of its clients. Its new program aims to cleanse the psyche of childhood trauma who'd want to live forever but be forced to revisit the same issues. Well, I don't see any way forward. Digi did say to come find her. If this really is a loop, I can find her at Haggis's office. Contact Haggis. Well, the director was worried. I decided to sense him. Good morning, sir. Oh, you're there. Please come see me. Blue Whale's Interactive Tower, level 255, south entrance. I'll tell you everything when you're here. What is it this time? What do you mean this time? Is that some kind of Gamedec slang? Is this about the down payment? I'm talking about our previous interaction and... What the hell are you talking about? Listen, do you want this job or not? Yes, but... I'll tell you everything when you're here. Don't keep me waiting. He disconnected. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Axis Mundi? Well, that certainly isn't my apartment. Alright, let's go to Haggis's apartment. Solid doors protected me and my apartment. Or maybe they protected Warsaw City from me. Let's go see Haggis. Alright, I have already read this particular blurb, so into Haggis's office we go. I hear muffled screaming. Haggis's portrait. There was some noise from behind the door. Listen, enter the office, leave. Listen. Raised voices from a man and a woman. They certainly didn't seem to like each other. I heard the crackling of broken glass. Okay. Enter the office? No luck. The door was locked. The woman looked up at me over her dark glasses. Director Haggis is busy. Glazier unlock the door or just leave? Nope, going in. This kind of lock was usually easy to bypass. I glanced at the walk-tell window and made it look into the door's digital lock. Then all I had to do was swap the Chitong No character with yes. There. Going in. The door slid open.
You're so pathetic, Jeffrey.
Hey, that's the woman who was inside the tree, I'm pretty sure. Either they didn't notice I came in, or they had more important things on their mind. Fuck, you're drunk and keep saying the same thing over and over. You're wasting my time. Fuck off. You fuck off, hear me? Fuck off. It's Eleanor Haggis, apparently. The woman took a big swing and smashed the glass bottle on the floor. I covered my face. Make an inappropriate comment. Wait for them to notice you. Clear your throat meaningly. Sensory celebrity, play your jingle. Sure. Sure, why not? Let's jingle them. I dialed up my walk-tell speakers and put on my commercial. My name's Foxwine. People in trouble in sensory worlds don't sense the police. They don't call the V-runners. They call me. Haggis stopped short. I didn't know what he meant to do with his raised hand and looked at me, mouth agape. The woman reeled with laughter. That's so corny. Straight out of a 20th century crime story. Be discreet. Greet him in a friendly way. Mindfluencer win Haggis's favor. Say you're here about the job. Okay, I have the points that I could go for Mindfluencer. I do in fact have all the points I need to go there. It would probably... No, it wouldn't even prevent me from taking Supervisor once I have enough of the blue ones. Sure, let's go for winning some favor. Let's do that thing. Let's win some favor. Ethanol causes the structure of your brain to lose integrity, ma'am. Based on your behavior, I think it already has. Haggis shot her a nasty grin. See, Elle? The man saw right through you. Now get out. Man? I'm pretty sure I chose feminine pronouns when we started this game. She looked at me with a drunken huff. It's you that lost your integration. His fists relaxed. The anger on his face turned to sorrow. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry. Turn it into a bad joke. Ask about the case. Say nothing. Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, the Twisted and Perverted kept calling me he, which was in fact the first case, the one that was the first case, the one that I got from Haggis the first time around. Maybe it's just that this particular section is tagged male for some reason. It's gotta be a glitch or something. Admittedly, the entire reality that I'm in right now is a glitch. Also, good evening, Green. You've arrived after I entered what appears to be a hallucination. A non-reality reality, if you will. Where the game seems to have started over, but with all the stats that I had before. Now, I'm not going to turn it into a bad joke. That just seems crass. I could ask about the case, or I could say nothing. Decisions. Straight to business. Let's ask about the case. So, what about the case? He gathered his thoughts for a moment. I want you to find my dear Eleanor. Look at the door meaningfully, use your poker face, make a cutting remark, ask if he means the Diginet. Poker face. The poker face. I didn't know how to react, so I put on an inscrutable expression. A Diginet went missing. She was created using a brain scan of my wife, Eleanor, the one from way back. I remembered the meeting in the Tree of Knowing, and I shuddered. The Diginet, she wanted me to find her. Find her, Gamedec. If you do, you'll never have to worry about money again. Demand a lot of money. Mention how you saved Fredo. Agree. Oh no, I feel like it is in my best interest to agree. I'm all ears. Eleanor, my Diginet, I mean. She never left her Virtualium. That game was her home, a luxurious home. I spoke to her yesterday. Today, she's gone without a trace. I need to know where she is, what happened to her. Check for yourself. You can hook up to my computer, but I will be monitoring you. I can't give you access to everything. Is that clear? Confirm. Ask what he's hiding. Ask for full access. Ask for full access? With all due respect, you may not know this, but in my profession, every detail matters, so full access would... Don't try to challenge my sense of responsibility, daughter. Don't. Daughter? Hello? Now, get to work. Okay, so you can get my gender right when you're talking down to me. Alright, let's try talking to you. Haggis was looking at stock ratings. He wasn't paying attention to me. Get his attention. Director Haggis, do you have anything? Share your theory, ask about his wife, talk about the Diginet, talk about the previous job, and the conversation. Talk about the Diginet. Tell me more about this Diginet. Did you know that Blue Whales Interactive is the only company in the world that can create human psyches? Diginets are the result of this procedure. They are psyches that habit artificial brains known as rendons. Eleanor was responsible for operating my computer. She monitored the couches and took care of administrative issues. Sometimes we talked. Mindfluencer asked if they visit Virtualia together. Molecular Scripter, which I don't have and have no way of getting to at this time, ask about technical matters, or abandon the subject. Did you visit any Virtualias together? Interesting. Did you ask her if she wants that role? Did she sign an employment contract? Do you visit any other Virtualia together, or... Don't you think you're asking too many questions at once? There's a name for that, and this isn't the most elegant strategy. Eleanor, she never leaves her sanctuary. Let's just plumb this. Let's ask him about the previous job that I did. How's Fredo? That cased and twisted and perverted wasn't easy. It still haunts me. What? What are you talking about? Tell him about Jester. Mention Tim. Mention Fredo's case. Mention Fredo's case. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. I'm talking about how you called me to save your son. He was stuck online. It turned out he was trapped in... What the fuck are you talking about? Is this some kind of game? Are you setting me up? Are you recording this? Stop, or I'll shit-can you. Okay, definitely a different reality than the original. What about your wife, sir? Why don't you tell me something about your wife, since I've already got you riled up? There's nothing to talk about. She's a fucking alcoholic. Ask about their sex life. Mindfluencer suggests therapy. Ask if he loves her. I'm not going to suggest therapy. I think I'll ask if he loves her. But do you love her? What kind of question is that? Get back to your investigation. Ask if he remembers you? Ask about the sanctuary. About this sanctuary, what is it exactly? How would you design a place for somebody you care about? Can you imagine being in such a situation? I made a place for her, an apartment with a beautiful view of the city. I also taught her how to modify it to her liking, to make her happy. Do you remember me, sir? Director Haggis, I'll ask you outright. Do you remember me? Strange question. I've never seen you before. How come Haggis didn't recognize me? I meet hundreds of people every day. My Obicoin tracks their names and hobbies for me. No offense, but you have an indistinct face, and my device has no memory of you. Infotainer, what about the net? You haven't seen me there? I'm pretty popular. I've got thousands of followers. Great, let's drop this strange subject. Get back to work, Gamedec. Ask about the argument that he had with his wife. When I came in, you were arguing with your wife. What was it about? How do I... She knows about the other one, about the Diginet. Strange as it might sound, she's jealous of herself. The organic Eleanor was in fact jealous of her better version, not herself. That was assuming, of course, Haggis was telling the truth. Okay, what all have we got going on here? What's wrong with this reality? We have added, Haggis doesn't recognize me. Haggis is acting like he's seeing me for the first time. Alright, so this has actually unlocked 3 out of the 4 possibilities. I never left the Tree of Knowing. Maybe I'm still in the Tree of Knowing in some bizarre part of it. I'm in a sensory world. Is it possible that I'm in a sensory world, one that's meant to resemble Realium, something like Brahma or Brahma itself? Is it all a game? Or this is a dream. This has to be a dream. It's just a shame I have no idea how to wake up. Then again, I don't know if I want to wake up. I wonder what's next. And we have what happened to the Diginet. It is a rival to Eleanor. The Diginet created based on a psychoscan of the real Eleanor is her natural rival. I have not unlocked any paths here. Alright, I'm going to leave this conversation. The shattered glass is still on the floor. Shards of glass. The Haggises could afford glass dishes. Why wouldn't they break expensive containers with all that money? Examine the shattered glass or leave? Examine? It smelled like berries and chewing gum. I saw part of the label, Blue Mistress. It was embossed with gold on real paper, in italics, from the natural hillsides of Belize. I took a holo photo and posted it online. The vintage was 2154. The bottle I had found here previously was from Artificial Vineyards. The one that had been smashed here must have cost a fortune, literally. Right after I entered the tower, it turned out I wasn't listed in the security system. I had to go through the full registration process. According to BWI guards, it was the first time I visited this place. I had no idea why. I had been there once before. And the panda... The animal looked like it was alive, as if it were freeze-framed. Take a closer look. I remembered splitting the blocks. It was as if I tore reality apart. There was some dirty truth in it. Hardly anything had changed since my last visit. I'd definitely been in this office before. I'm not going to open the man's safe right in front of him. That seems like a An unintelligent decision. A harp. For ages, the instrument has attracted both artists and common mortals. Inspect. Made of authentic, exotic wood, richly encrusted with ivory, the pedals were probably gold-plated. Expensive stuff. Okay. Well, I think I've wasted all the time that I can. Let's save. And let's do some snooping through the computer. I hooked up to Haggis's computer. I saw Haggis's message before my eyes. Remember, I'm monitoring everything you do. Don't do anything stupid. Alright, check the safeguards, check local architecture, look for traces of break-in, end the connection. Check local architecture. I checked the connections. The computer controlled couches in the gaming room, but there was something else that ate up a lot of resources. There was a private Virtualium server, Eleanor's Sanctuary. Haggis had his own sensory world. Inspect the inside of the sanctuary. Glazier, look for the Diginet in the sanctuary. Re-educator, look for sexual activity. Wow. No. Sure, let's go for looking for the Diginet in the sanctuary with Glazier. I launched scanning apps. The Virtualium space wasn't big, just a few rooms, an apartment of sorts. After a while, I got the results. Empty. Nobody was home. If she was in there, she'd had to be intentionally well hidden. Alright, check the safeguards. I ran a few security analysis programs. Alert systems activated immediately, flashing the BWI logo. Continue the analysis. Stop. No. Haggis is right here. I'm continuing. I ignored them and got a fuller understanding of the security system. I had never seen anything so complex and functional. Haggis realized I wanted to take a look at its safeguards and allowed me to. Show authorized users. Gain access to BWI secrets. Test system safeguards. Let's show authorized users. Who had authorization to access BWI secrets? Jeffrey authorized my request to display the list. The screen showed 2 users, Jeffrey Haggis and CEO John Naba. That was all Director Haggis allowed me to see. Could there be anyone else? Well, that's opened up check the Diginet's activity. Look for traces of a break-in? I ran a few programs from my deck. As soon as they started scanning recent activity, I received notifications saying I had no access. There was nothing I could do. Haggis was monitoring and restricting me as he pleased. Still, I received a huge list of external connections. Okay, trace back recent connections or supervisor, isolate unique identifiers. Well, I don't have supervisor, and I'm pretty sure I can't get there. No, I'm still one puzzle piece short. I have got something in deduction, probably in what happened to the Diginet. No one's home. No activity in the sanctuary showed up in the analysis. The Diginet likely was not there. So that actually unlocked the she's still in her Virtualium. Maybe she's still in her sanctuary, and detecting her had been difficult for reasons I couldn't fathom. No, I don't think so. Trace recent connections. I analyzed external connections from the past 24 hours. I didn't notice anything special, but that didn't mean there had been no break-in. The security system's design surpassed everything I had seen so far. BWI spared no expenses on safety. Alright, check Digi's activity. The Diginet had very restricted external access. Her activity was limited to local data, mainly entertainment. Holo movies, music, simple adventure games. After a while, I gained access to her logs. The most recent ones were suspiciously short. Check recently activity or programmer analyze logs. Oh yes, analysis. Analyze, go! Her most recent activity was recorded just before midnight. There had been no entry since then, as if she had suddenly vanished. And actually, we'll probably unlock something else here. No signs of a break-in. Haggis's computer showed no signs of a digital break-in. Okay, so we now have she was kidnapped. Maybe she was kidnapped. I don't yet know by whom or how. Or she was wiped. It appears as if someone wiped her, either completely or just her avatar. Without rushing, I analyzed the log structure. There couldn't have been manipulation. No one had messed with it. Okay, right back to deductions, I guess. Unclear logs. Stop telling me about her kidnapping. The logs with information about the Diginet's activity in the sanctuary are unclear. Don't put forward any hypothesis. At this stage, it's too early to determine what happened to her. Interesting. I find it very interesting that I have that choice, but I'm not sure what to do with it. Alright, end the connection. You know, let's go. There was some noise from behind the door. Leave the office. Where are you going? Any conclusions? I want to talk to your secretary, sir. Interrogate Haggis. I would like to ask you a few questions.
This is so embarrassing.
Back I go. Apparently I can't leave. He was still browsing stock ratings. Mr. Haggis, hello? Well, have you got anything? Alright. State your theory, ask about the sanctuary, inquire about the Diginet. Let's ask more about the Diginet. That Diginet is quite special, isn't she? Tell me something about her. Every detail matters. She is special. She's always waiting here for me. Do you know what that feels like? When you know for a fact that someone cares about you? I protected her as well as I could. The space she lived in was isolated from the net. How did she disappear? It's impossible. Diginets had the same legal status as organics. If someone kept them isolated from the net, it meant they lived in captivity. Comment on the Diginet's liberty. Vox Populi ask about the legal aspect. Abandon the subject. No, you know what? Let's ask about the legal aspect. You keep her in a confined digital space. That sounds like prison. Is she your slave? Director, similar cases have been reported by the media. You do realize it's illegal. There are many different ways to love. Some people compare it to enslavement, do they not? Better keep that between you and me. Oh goody. I bet that's opened up something about... Stop with telling me about that. Alright, digital slave. Haggis prevented the Diginet from leaving her virtualium. She was a captive, which has unlocked she ran away. Is it possible she somehow gained access to the net and ran away? Now, considering the fact that I opened the doors and she immediately ran through them, yes, she did run away. But I don't know if she ran away in this reality, because this is not the reality that I'm from. Alright, ask about the sanctuary. tell me more about this virtualium. It's a real piece of art. Believe me, you'd wish you could live there. Damn, I would live there myself if I only had the time. It was designed by BWI experts. Naturally, they had no idea what it would be used for. They thought it was ordered by a third party. Who has access to the sanctuary? No one but me. Accept Haggis's answer. Remain skeptical. Molecular scripter. Make sure it's only him. Or abandon the subject. I'm express skepticism in your general direction, sir. For the sake of the investigation, please allow me to assume that someone else might have been there too. It will help me keep an open mind. That has gotten me another one of the puzzle pieces. I could get the... I could get supervisor now. Arraystic systems admin. You understand how the objects around you are connected, what kind of networks they create, and how they communicate. You know how and where you can access them. In some situations, you can see things invisible to others. You know what? I'ma take this one. Just finished filling out the 2 trees that I decide to go with this time around. Definitely worth a replay just to explore what happens if I use the other 2 trees. Alright, ask about the sanctuary's digital security. As far as security against hackers is concerned, I wanted to make sure that you cannot access the sanctuary from the outside. My computer is the only way in, and I assure you, this machine is well protected. Besides, why would anyone want to get inside? It's just a small virtualium, nothing more. Ask who created the sanctuary, gangway hound, mention Haggis's enemies, or abandon the subject. Alright, who created it? Who exactly created this place? It might be important. People who were convinced they're designing a game level for an unknown client. Just like all similar jobs, this one had only a code name. When they wrapped things up, they gave me everything as required by procedure. They have no idea what the purpose of the sanctuary was. Haggis rubbed his eyebrows. Right. I should tell you of one more person that knows about the sanctuary. He has to know. He's the CEO of BWI. Ask about the CEO. Ask if the Diginet is a company secret. Hopefully I can ask both, but let's ask if the Diginet is a company secret. Mr. CEO himself. Interesting. Is your Diginet one of BWI's secrets? It is and it isn't. Her design is far from extraordinary, but Eleanor has access to classified information.
Well, what do you have?
Enough of these games. Do you have a hypothesis or not? Alright, deduction, she was iced. Deduction, she's in her virtualium. Deduction, she was kidnapped. Deduction, she ran away. Deduction, she ran away. Alright, so... please stop. I hate that the game does this every time. Alright, no signs of a digital break-in. No one was in the sanctuary. Eleanor considers her a rival. She's a keeper of secrets. Haggis confided in the Diginet, sharing official secrets with her. It wasn't surprising. She was basically his real partner. She was a digital slave. The logs are unclear. The logs with information about the Diginet's activity in the sanctuary are unclear. Okay, so we have she was kidnapped, she was deleted, she ran away, she's still in her virtualium, or don't put forward any hypothesis. I'm wondering what would happen if I went with this one. I'm tempted to say that she ran away, because I know that's what the Diginet did in my original reality. She couldn't have been kidnapped. Because there's no signs of a break-in. She couldn't have been wiped because there's no signs of a break-in. So it leaves only a runaway. She's still in there somewhere. Or to not put forward anything at all. And it's a very difficult decision between those three. Although I think I can scratch she's still in there. So that leaves she ran away or declining a hypothesis. Okay, have we picked up anything else in what's wrong with this reality? I've been to this office before. I've no doubts about that. Who knows what this path is? Okay. Back to what happened to the Diginet, where it's going to try to get me to choose that she was kidnapped, but I'm not going to choose that. Oh, it's so difficult to decide between she ran away or not to put anything forward. You know what? I choose not to choose. Alright, number 4, she ran away. I think Eleanor ran away. She was held captive. That's how these things usually end. She flew the coop, on her own or with someone's help. He sighed. Pity, I was hoping for something more concrete. But I'm a programmer. I know that some situations require more data. Enter her sanctuary and look for I don't know what. That's your business. You'll like it there. It's a lovely apartment. He opened a window only he could see. I'm giving you access. There. You can use a couch in the gaming room. Go on. Get to work. Gee, you're just wonderful. The couch is in the next room. Okay, so I can't bother him about anything more. A piece of the floor stood out from the rest. Take a closer look at that panel. Yes, Director Haggis's safe was hidden in there. Another thing I remembered well from my previous visit. Yeah, things are very concerning indeed. Okay, I'm going to save. And talk to the couch. An 11 bits couch in full working order, the latest model. Lie on the couch or leave? Well, since I have no choice, let's lie on that couch. I didn't need a suit. I wasn't planning on a long session. But something kept bugging me. New clue? New clue for what's wrong with the reality, maybe? Calm down, everything is fine is the last one. I shouldn't give in to paranoia. It all has to have a logical explanation. Maybe I was tired and misunderstood or misconstrued some events. I reject that one outright. I'm pretty certain that it's either this one or this one, but I am not sure which one yet. Either I never left the Tree of Knowing, or I've been thrown into a bubble. And I have to choose before I can continue. Oh boy. What is wrong with this reality? Either I never left the tree, or I'm now in a bubble. Maybe I'm still in the Tree of Knowing, in some bizarre part of it. I'm in a sensory world. Is it possible that I'm in a sensory world? One that's meant to resemble Relium? Something like Brahma, or Brahma itself? Is it all a game? It's one of those two. It's either that I never left the tree, or that I've been tossed into another world. You know what? I choose to believe that I am still in the tree. I never left the tree. Something is very weird here, but I don't think I ever left the tree. I'm still in the tree. I still had to be in the Tree of Knowing. It was the only logical explanation. Enter the Virtualium, take a deep breath, try to exit the game. Take a deep breath. I inhaled deeply, exhaled, repeated the sequence, and managed to calm myself down a little. I suddenly felt my couch heating up rapidly. Something's wrong. I died. What? Wait. The pain was suddenly gone. I didn't feel anything. I was numb, blind, and deaf. I was just a thought. My digital body sort of disappeared. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath. Move your hand. What did I get here? I don't know. Well, breathing got me into this. Maybe breathing will get me out of it. Take a deep breath. My body, if I had one, didn't move. I couldn't feel my nose, my chest, nor the air that was supposed to fill my lungs. It felt like I was hovering in a silent, spaceless void. Open your eyes? I tried to open my eyes, but nothing happened. I still saw darkness. That is, if my vision was working at all. The Virtualium I was in could have been deprived of a source of light. Still, I couldn't even feel my eyelids move. I wondered why I'd stopped feeling anything at all. In states of sensory deprivation, my brain was supposed to generate hallucinations. It seemed the most probable explanation was devitalization error, missing avatar, death in Relium. Devitalization error? I suspected a devitalization error. I remembered a terrible pain going through my body when I entered the game. It could have been the helmet. I was stuck in damned limbo. My real body was devitalized, but I hadn't actually gone inside the game. I hadn't gone anywhere. I could only wait. I had to hope that somebody would pull me out. Maybe another game deck? These noises I keep hearing in the background indicate a lack of sensory deprivation, entire sensory deprivation. I'm definitely still hearing something. I wondered if Haggis would notice something wrong and call for help. Something changed. Oh dear. I was shocked by the beating of my own heart. I heard a rumble of pumping blood and snapping valves. I blinked, my eyelids fluttering like sails. I was somewhere. I definitely wasn't in Eleanor's sanctuary. Who is that? All right, get up. Well, for the first time this game, I'm going to create an alternate save. All right, let's go. Let's have a wander. It's, well, there is nothing here, but whatever... Whoa! Oh, that is fascinating. Look at that. Oh, I'm liking that, actually. That is so neat. All right, pedestal? Something started emerging from what looked like a puddle. They were hands made of stone. A spherical metal object rested in them. Inspect the object. Interaction mode. Talk to the V-Ghost. Take a closer look at the statue. Leave. Take a closer look at the statue? These arms belonged to a woman. Her fingers were slender and tipped with long nails. I noticed tiny veins on the backs of her hands. Infotainer. There must have been more. I imagined the rest of the statue submerged in the liquid. Inspect the object. The spear looks like some sort of metal device. It wasn't fixed to the stone hands. I instinctively opened a deck of code analyzing programs, but the list was empty. I didn't have access to them. Pick up the spear? My touch activated the spear, and it flew up on its own. Its emitter switched on and displayed a silhouette resembling Eleanor. Welcome to Axis Mundi, Foxwine. She sounded like a speaker from an ancient instructional video. I'm Eleanor's V-Ghost. I'll help you understand this place and how to find me. Ask how she knows your name. Take a closer look at the projection. Listen. Ask if she's a Diginet. Ask about this place. You know what? Ask about this place. Can you tell me where... She looked at me apologetically. I'm sorry, I need to finish. You're in Axis Mundi, a place governed by special rules. Your programs won't work here, and you can't log out using conventional methods. The sphere in front of you is called Codebreaker. I created this program. It will open the paths of the Axis Mundi labyrinth for you. I need your permission in order to assign the program to you. Just say the word activation. Activate the Codebreaker, interaction mode, talk to the V-Ghost, inspect the sphere, leave. Inspect the sphere. I wanted to use one of my analytic programs, but there was nothing in my deck. Something here was blocking it. Glacier. Assigning an unknown program to myself didn't seem like a good idea, but I didn't have much choice. Alright, activate it then. Activation. Activation complete. The codebreaker has several operating modes, programs that you should adjust to yourself. It was made that way, so I could only be traced by a human. You unlock each mode by acquiring an associated aspect. Aspects are one of this Virtualium's mechanics. Wait a minute. What is Axis Mundi? The inside of the Tree of Knowing? My surroundings resembled the inside of the Tree of Knowing. Codebreaker and the Labyrinth. Codebreaker is the key that opened the paths of the Axis Mundi Labyrinth, and the mechanic of aspects. The Labyrinth has a mechanic based on the so-called aspects. And we have several things here. We have a game editor, an editor of sensory worlds, an engine used to build games. A game created by the Diginet. Axis Mundi is some weird game created by the Diginet. It reminds me of the first computer games developed in the 20th century. A trap world. This is a trap, a labyrinth with no exit. I was meant to come to Eleanor's sanctuary, and instead, I'm in a maze of chambers and corridors. Haggis's experiment. Maybe this is one of the director's experiments. What is he working on? What is he after? Am I part of this experiment? And gather more information to unlock this path. Alright. Aspects are one of this Virtualium's mechanics. Breathe deep. Exhale with your mouth. Repeat. Breathe out faster. Spontaneously. Close your eyes. What makes you calm? Think of it. Think about something calm. Think about the Diginet. Listen to your thoughts. Try not to think of anything. Think about something calm. Sounds like following instructions, and listen to your thoughts sounds tempting. You know what? Listen to my thoughts. I took a couple of digital breaths and allowed my inner observer to explore my thoughts as if they were nobiles flying by. There were plenty, and each vehicle represented a different node of associations. I hadn't realized my mind was racing so much. The V-ghost flickered and vanished. The spear ascended and stopped above my shoulder. The codebreaker's light turned green, and it cast a beam that generated a holo projection. I see that it worked. Welcome back. Her face lit up with a smile. She moved naturally and freely. Her movements weren't mechanical anymore, and her eyes looked more conscious, more human. I hoped she would answer my questions. Now the codebreaker will follow you wherever you go. You can also engage in a slightly limited conversation with me. React enthusiastically, say you don't like the spear, say that you have a lot of questions. I have so many questions, Digi. Digi, help me. I've been listening to you carefully, but now I have a lot of questions. Yes, just remember that my utterances are limited for now. It's being designed that way on purpose. You'll get a fuller picture once you unlock the codebreaker's remaining modes. Ask about other modes. Infotainer, ask if the codebreaker has a camera. Ask if the codebreaker has a laser. No, let's ask about the other modes. What about the other modes? Other modes? What do you mean? Analysis mode will provide you with detailed, authentic information. Domination mode transforms the codebreaker into a tool of destruction. There's also influence mode, which can open many hidden doors for you. I suggest you unlock it next. Shall I tell you more about it? Ask about influence mode. Ask about something else. End the conversation. No, let's ask about influence mode. How do I unlock that? How do I unlock influence mode? Explain it to me. Leave this place and enter the labyrinth of Axis Mundi. It is a complex structure, but the codebreaker will help you navigate it. Once you're in the labyrinth, approach the green monolith and touch it. You'll establish a link. You'll see it in the codebreaker's light. Do this 3 times and the path to your goal will become clear. Ask how to encode the paths, ask for directions, end the conversation, discuss other topics. Okay, so just a moment while I make a note of this. Green monolith. Touch 3 times. Okay. Now I have it written in possibly 2 places. The Labyrinth of Axis Mundi. Axis Mundi, coding paths in the labyrinth. If I'm to get anywhere in this labyrinth, I will have to encode a path. The code consists of a 3-color sequence. Colors in a code can be repeated. Paths are encoded with monoliths found in the chambers of Axis Mundi. Simple, simple. And mystery tree. Code leading to the mystery tree. Green, green, green. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's just tuck that down there. Ask how to encode the paths. Ask for directions. How to encode the paths. How do I encode paths in the labyrinth? There are monoliths in the chambers used for programming paths. The code can come in 3 colors. Each code leads to a specific location. Remember that colors can appear multiple times in the code. It sounds complicated, but it's simpler than it seems. You're a Gamedec. You should manage. Directions? Where should I go now? Enter the labyrinth and touch 3 monoliths. Follow the green path. It will take you to the mystery tree. There, you will obtain the yellow aspect and maybe learn about the rules governing this world. I hope it'll help you find me. Okay, other topics? Listen. Ask about the Diginet, ask where you are, talk about the codebreaker, stop questioning. Seriously, where is here? I was supposed to make my way to your, meaning Eleanor's sanctuary. This is definitely not her penthouse. Where am I? What is this place? Your avatar is located in a sensory world editor. Its creators refer to it as Axis Mundi. It is a creator of games. Inquire about the nature of Axis Mundi. Ask who owns Axis Mundi. Change the subject. Who owns Axis Mundi? Who owns this app? I believe this tool belongs to Blue Whales Interactive. A few things indicate this. First, my sanctuary has no network connection. So, we must still be in this company's virtualium. Second, it bears out in many ways of this world mechanics. Inquire about the mechanics of Axis Mundi. Ask if this is an official app. Inquire about the nature of Axis Mundi. Re-educate or ask if Axis Mundi is legal. Or change the subject. The nature of Axis Mundi? Tell me again, what is Axis Mundi? The axis of the world, the learning tree, reality's creator. That's the myth. In practice, though, Axis Mundi is all around us. It is a creator of sensory worlds, very advanced, focused on probing psyches, behavioral analysis, and multiple iterations. Inquire about the mechanics? What do you mean by these world's mechanics being unique to BWI? BWI is the leader when it comes to creating AIs. They're the only company capable of creating a living human psyche. I cannot imagine any other company creating an editor whose mechanics depend on psychological typology. They have to collect data related to choices, behavioral strategies, dilemmas, human reactions. It's all in here. Is this official? Do you think this world is official? If Haggis had exclusive ownership of the sanctuary, maybe Access Mundi is also his private domain? Did Teddy mention this place when he sent you to get me? No. This could mean two things. Either he doesn't know about this place, or he didn't think it could be breached from the sanctuary. Okay, I'm going around in circles on this one. Let's change the subject. Ask about Digi. How are you doing, Digi? Are you okay? I took the contract to find the DigiNet. I have a few questions about that. Yes, that's crucial. Ask who Eleanor is, the DigiNet. Ask where the DigiNet is. Ask about Eleanor's goal. Change the subject. Digi, I'm becoming concerned. Who are you? Who is she really? I don't know much about her. She's Director Haggis's perfect partner. All his dreams made manifest. No flaws, no anger, no pretense or expectations, all smiles and love. I am conditioned to love Teddy, to meet his expectations, to wait for him. I didn't escape the sanctuary. I was placed here against my will. I discovered something horrible, so I had to hide. I hope you'll find me. What's your goal in all this? What's Eleanor's goal? What is she after? She doesn't want to be here. Can't you see where we are? It's inhuman, a strange place. I want someone to find her and to help her. It's not death. Where? Where then? Where is she, Eleanor? I'm not sure where I am now. I set out for the place discovered by our mutual friend, Ken. He called it the Fringe. It's a place between the borders of two sensory worlds. There's a crack there that allows you to jump from this world to another. It's the only way, for you as well. Okay, about the Codebreaker. What's this whole Codebreaker thing? Codebreaker is the key. Ask why Codebreaker is the key, or why is it the key? Why did you call this device the key? The key to what? To a pair of doors. First, it's a safeguard. Only a human can use the Codebreaker and understand its mechanics. It ensures that I won't be found by Jester. Second, the world around us is largely based on this program's mechanics. With it, you'll be able to move around this place without getting lost. Ask about Codebreaker's ties to the mechanics of this world. How is Codebreaker tied to the mechanics of this world? The reality around us is used to examine people's behaviors. It has well-developed typology-based mechanics. Excuse me. Many links that exist here operate on major behavioral strategies: confrontational, empathetic, inspirational, and analytical. It's astonishing, but you can move around here by launching, as if within yourself, different combinations of these strategies. That may make sense to me in the future, but it certainly doesn't really make a lot of sense to me now. It's a lot of jargon and a lot of information. Alright, anything? Nope, I got nothing. Alright, I guess I'm going to end the conversation then. I am supposed to be ending the stream soon. We'll talk later. I guess you know everything now. Good luck. Okay, so I've got this ball now. And I've got this save file. hands made of stone protruded from the puddle. Influence mode, pull out the statue. Interaction mode, talk to the V-ghost. Or leave. Okay, Oh, I found the door. Go me. Oh man. Okay. Coding paths. Labyrinth is full of interesting places. You can find each place if you know its code. A code is a combination of 3 colors. You can set a color by clicking pylons available on each platform. If you die or load a saved game, you'll begin the game on the starting platform of Axis Mundi, but your progress will be kept. Oh, that's charming. Okay, so I could progress further, but I'd end up back in the original place when I came back. Or I can stop here and do that next week. I think what I will do is stop here and just start the whole thing fresh next week. That's what I'll do. So this is where I will call it a week, and next week I'm going to be exploring this extremely white labyrinth. I hope that there's a bit more color in the future, because looking at this much blinding white for a couple of hours is not going to be fun. So hopefully when I, touch that green pillar, we'll maybe get a little green cast on things or whatever. Anything but all this white. There's so much white here. In any case, if you want to see exactly what has been going on and how I got to this point, you can find all of my previous sessions of Gamedec on my YouTube channel, which I've just had my bot link. There is a playlist there, so if you're just interested in the one game, you don't have to go digging through all of the videos. You can just hit up the Gamedec ones and check them out. There are 11 previous sessions of me complaining about the game not telling me enough. And I will be back again tomorrow night, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing an MMO called Lost Ark. I'll be running around on my bard in that game, hopefully having a lot of fun and killing a lot of monsters, and progressing my way along in the main plot of that one. And, maybe making a side trip over to Pato Island to spend some pirate coins on a song, because that's a thing that you do. But generally, my main goal is to have some fun. That is the main goal of tomorrow's stream. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night at as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a room. I will be playing Among Us with a pack of my friends. We are all mostly writers. Most of us are writers. We're all quite out of our minds. We'll run around and attempt to get away with murder, and if we don't get away with murder, to at least, have an amusing death. And generally, lie, cheat, lie some more, do some stabbing, lie some more. Have the usual, Among Us thing. Then, on Thursday night, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be returning to Surviving the Aftermath for Try Not to Die Thursday. And Surviving the Aftermath is, there's been an apocalypse. Remarkably, considering humanity, it was not a nuclear war. But civilization has been destroyed by a series of events, and it is now my job to shepherd a smallish colony of humans through and keep them alive and healthy and maybe even happy if I see any reason to continue forward with that bit. Maybe, if I feel like it, but mostly it's winter again in that game, so I will be entering in winter and just, trying to get my people through the winter without them freezing to death. That's and hopefully building some more shanties, because shanties would be good, but I need more metal. I need to gather more resource, and I need to build a lot more things and, basically keep people alive. It's very important. And then Gamedec will return again next Sunday night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be exploring the labyrinth. I will be trying to find out what the heck is going on. I'm going to try to find Digi, because it seems to be very important to Digi that I find her. So important that I can't leave unless I do. So it will be Labyrinth exploration next Sunday night. So this has been a very interesting night, and I hope that all of you have found it at least as interesting as I have. And I hope that you are inundated with fewer theories than I have floating around in my head, because I have so many possibilities in my mind that I have no idea which way to lean on any of them. So I hope that the rest of you are clearer in your thoughts than I am after all this. And I hope that you have a great night going forward. Good night.